Okay, I am super excited to make this video. This is a video very, I guess, like nostalgic because it's very similar to the very first video actually that was up on this channel, and another video actually on this channel. But it's super similar to the very first video on this channel. This is kind of I've done these before on the channel, and it's like that first video and another video. But this is a Safari Limited Carnegie collection figure lot. And I've made a playlist for my figure lot videos, so pretty much I went on eBay, and I have, like I've mentioned before, I have Safari Limited Carnegie Collection as like a notification thing. I get a notification anytime anybody lists a Safari Limited Carnegie Collection figure. I think I kind of hinted at this video at the end of the An Ad of Titan video, but I might not have, but it doesn't really matter. But pretty much what happened was I went on eBay, and I got a notification that this lot got listed, and I saw it, and it looked like a really good lot. I mean, all the figures are in almost perfect condition. They're all new, haven't been used. Most of them still have the tags on them. And the lot was at like $5 and $10 shipping, and I was like, well, I'll put in a bid, but none of these figures were like must-haves for me, so I was like, if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world, but if I get it, that would be awesome. And I just put in one low offer, and nobody actually overbid me, and I ended up getting the lot. And all the figures came in great shape, everything, and I ended up paying right around $15 for the lot, which I thought was a crazy good deal. I mean, there's 7 figures, all in almost perfect condition, all of the Carnegie collection, and most of these figures you can't even get for that price. And I understand it was an auction, that's the only reason I was able to get it for such a good deal, but still, take chances on eBay, or at least try it once and just see how it goes. That's what I do, and sometimes you'll luck up and get something like this. I mean, and here's what's in this lot, just so I can kind of break it down. There's 2 of the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection Dinosuchus, 2 of the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection Stegosaurus, and 2 of the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection Triceratops, and 1 of the T-Rex. What's kind of funny is the very first lot I got, I believe had 1 Dinosuchus and 1 Stegosaurus of these 2 figures, but it had 2 of the T-Rex, and the T-Rex is the only thing that didn't have 2. In that lot, I think the T-Rex was the only thing that there was 2 of, which is kind of funny. But this lot, there's a couple reasons why I got this lot. Obviously because it was some really awesome Carnegie collection figures, and they're all in great shape, for one. And the fact that it was just such a good deal. But I kind of want to break down the main reasons I got this lot, because most of these figures I actually already have. So the Triceratops, one of the big reasons why I got this, I don't own this Carnegie Collection Triceratops. I do own actually the more recent Safari Limited Carnegie Collection Triceratops. Here it is. I actually like this figure a lot more than this one. Obviously, it's way more updated, and I like the color scheme better. Mine's kind of got a little wear and tear. Not too bad, though, but it's honestly not horribly outdated, but it is a little bit more outdated, and I definitely like the look of this one better. But overall, it's really not that bad of a figure for how old this one is. This is a 1988 figure. Yeah, really good actually for 1988. I really do like this Triceratops figure, and obviously it's one of the main reasons I got this lot. Because, I mean, the simple fact that it is the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection old Triceratops that I did not have. And I do like these old tags a lot, where you can actually just, like, take them off without having to have scissors, like that. And then you can just put them right back on. Since these tags, most of these tags are not in the best of shape, though, I probably will just, like, I have a little thing I keep all my tags in now, since I did throw away some when I was little, but I keep most of the ones I get now, even though these ones, like, obviously have, like, a sticker or something on it. But I will read over some of the information. This is what it says: all models that were sculpted in guidance of the Carnegie Museum of Natural History. And if you don't know, all the Carnegie collection figures were all, like, looked at by paleontologists that worked for the Carnegie Museum, and that's why they've got the Carnegie line. So all models sculpted under the guidance of the Carnegie Museum of Natural History, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I would love to go to that museum. Also, it says a complicated and demanding task that was 2 years in the making. Each replica is hand-painted, modeled to scale, dinosaurs and prehistoric reptiles on a scale of 1 to 40. All the original ones were 140. They didn't make some later ones that weren't 140, but most of them are 140, but especially all the original ones. And then also it says the prehistoric mammals are to 115. I actually do have their mammoth, which I'm really glad to have because it is an awesome figure, but And then I'll go over the information about Triceratops itself on the tag. Triceratops, and it's got what its name means, which is bird hips, food, plant eater, when it lived in the late Cretaceous, where North America, and they've got the length is 20 to 30 feet, which is about right. Height is up to 9 feet high at the hips, and the weight is 7 to 9 tons. I guess that's right. I don't know a ton about what the weight would be actually. And here's just what it looks like if you want to read it over yourself. And that a window into the world that's I think on all the figures, even like the T-Rex. And then the second reason I got this lot is actually for this T-Rex, and you might be confused why I wanted this T-Rex, because if you saw that original video, and like I already mentioned, I already had 2 of that T-Rex. We'll get this Triceratops off because he's kind of not needed right up here. But here is one of the T-Rex I already got, and here is the other Carnegie collection T-Rex I got in that first lot. I do like how these ones are a little bit different. The head on this one's a little darker, the head on this one's a little lighter. And this one tends to looks more like the darker headed one. But this one's in way better shape. The teeth on this one are like good, and the teeth on this one are not as good. This one's not in bad shape, honestly, but this one is in like perfect shape. And the reason why I was so excited for this one specifically is the fact that the tag on the front, well, at least this main tag, all these ones have something wrote on this back side, but at least on this side, this one's tag looks really good, and I'm glad this was the only one that actually had a really good tag. So I think I'm actually going to keep the tag on this figure, and I can always take this one off and just put it back on, but since this one is the old T-Rex and this one's in great shape, I actually want to keep the tag on this one, and it'll probably be the only figure that's going to keep a tag in my collection, but I will keep the tag on this one, just because I think it looks so good. The Carnegie Collection Tyrannosaurus. And here it is with their more updated one, which I got in the other T-Rex, or got in the other dinosaur lot. This is the more updated Carnegie Collection Red T-Rex. This is actually one of my favorite Tyrannosaurs or T-Rexes in the collection. One of my favorite theropod figures even in my collection. I love this figure. So that was one of the reasons. And then the third reason is because of the Dinosuchus. And if you didn't watch that other video, where I got the Dinosuchus, I mentioned in that video that one of the main reasons I got that lot was for the Dinosuchus. And the reason for that was because I really wanted this figure, and there were none that were listed for a great price. This one I got in that lot was actually a pretty good price because all the other figures you got. And this one is not in perfect shape. The nose is kind of beat up. The fingers are kind of messed up. And just it's got some wear and tear on the bottom. But these two are in almost perfect condition. And the cheapest Dinosuchus you can find on eBay are like $20. So really, getting one of these figures pretty much pays for the whole lot. And like I said, I already needed that Triceratops. So now I went from having 0 Dinosuchus to 3 Dinosuchus. And that is not a problem at all for me because I love the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection Dinosuchus. It's one of my favorite species. It appeared in Prehistoric Planet, Prehistoric Park, not Prehistoric Planet. And it's just been such a cool species to me. It's also in Walking with Dinosaurs, which I kind of don't know if that should be there, but it is. And also it's in Planet Dinosaur for like a split second. I'm not actually 100% sure it is Dinosuchus, but there is a crocodilian that's very large that takes out a centrosaur in that flood episode with the Daspletosaurus. So I assume it's Dinosuchus because that's the only thing I can think that would be there that would be that big, or that could possibly be there that would be that big. So I assume it's Dinosuchus, but I'm not for sure about that. But it's 100% the species in Prehistoric Park, and it's actually portrayed really well. So these ones are in great condition. The bottoms are in really good shape. Everything looks good on the face. And this one's still got like the tag spot. Oh, I do want to go back over this T-Rex really quick. The tag on it is kind of funny actually. So it's got that like a window into that world thing, but then it's got like the name T-Rex, and it means oh wait, the Triceratops one I misspoke. Whenever I said it means bird hips, which I thought was funny, it doesn't mean that. Triceratops doesn't have what its name meaning is, but it's an Ornithian species, or it's in the Ornithia family, and it has bird hips. The T-Rex is in the Sauriscia, which is the reptile hips. That's what I got confused. The T-Rex has Tyrant Lizard King, or Tyrant Lizard. And it says meat eater, obviously, and it says when the late Cretaceous. But the funny thing is, the West has Western North America, but then Western North America makes perfect sense. But then the other three places, it has Argentina, which I've never heard of T-Rex being in Argentina, Mongolia, which I think is because for a while people assumed Tarbosaurus was also a T-Rex, so they would just call it Tyrannosaurus bataar, which is a cool little thing if you didn't know. But really, it's now considered its own separate species, being Tarbosaurus instead. But some people thought it was Tyrannosaurus bataar. So I guess that's why they did the Mongolia. And then it has India and China. China, I don't know. Maybe the China or Mongolia, one of those is supposed to be Tarbosaurus, but maybe they thought, maybe this was Zhucheng tyrannus they thought, or something. I'm not for sure. But T-Rex is Western North America. I don't know why they also have India and Argentina, but the China and Mongolia, I guess, was Zhucheng tyrannus or Tarbosaurus, probably Tarbosaurus, and that's when they thought it was Tarbosaurus. But I don't know why they put Argentina and India. But that's what they put for the T-Rex. Kind of funny, honestly. And then the last figure, which is honestly the one I cared the least about getting, was the Stegosaurus. Because I already own the Stegosaurus, and mine's not in that bad a shape. It was also from one of those lots. And here it is. I'll read what the Stegosaurus one says. Hopefully it doesn't say it's in some crazy place. Stegosaurus, covered lizard, plant eater, Middle Jurassic to early Cretaceous. Early Cretaceous? I guess, maybe. Middle Jurassic to late Jurassic is what I would have put, but maybe early Cretaceous. Where North America, 20 to 21 feet. That sounds more accurate. And 8 to 9.5 feet at the height, at the top of the spines. So the Stegosaurus, these figures are almost the exact same. Mine and well, not mine, the one I had and the two new ones I got. But overall, I think this was an awesome lot. I'll say a few little things about each of the species, though. So, Dinosuchus, late Cretaceous, giant crocodilian in the alligator family, I'm pretty sure. It's in the family closer related to alligators and caimans than to crocodiles, which is a cool little fact. Stegosaurus, a cool little fact about it is that it lived in the Jurassic. I don't know what they're thinking about the Cretaceous. And if I'm wrong about that, I will put something in the description, but I don't think that's right. Triceratops, something cool about it that I can think of is the fact that some people think Triceratops and Torosaurus are the same species or same genus, which is, I don't believe, accurate, but I think they're Triceratops and Torosaurus are two separate species, but some people think that, so that's a cool little thing about it. And T-Rex, I already had a cool little fact about it, about people thought Tarbosaurus was T-Rex. So that's a cool little fact about each of these species, and they're all the Carnegie Collection figure. This is the Triceratops, T-Rex, Stegosaurus, and the Dinosuchus. So if you want to look for those figures, I think you can find all these on eBay pretty easily. So these three you can find each for a pretty good price. This one you can find for a pretty good price still. But it's, I think, the most expensive of the set if you want to find them separately. And try to get some of these on eBay auctions. You can look up and get some awesome deals like this. Like I said, I got this whole lot for around $15. And I do want to kind of mention two future videos. So I am working on that Apex video still. It's taking a little longer than I hoped just because it's a little confusing, like getting it all set up and stuff, but I am working on it. And if you didn't hear, I am doing Acrocanthosaurus, so if you want to watch that, and I'll talk about Acrocanthosaurus a lot in that video, so if you want to watch that, I would definitely recommend it. And then I'm also working on getting a figure that is at the top of my list. So if you've watched my videos before, I've mentioned this figure in a ton of videos, and it is a Carnegie Collection figure, and it's one of T-Rex's relatives. So probably the closest relative T-Rex has that's in the Safari Limited Carnegie Collection. I think it's the closest related species to T-Rex that's in the Carnegie Collection. And if you don't know what it is, spoiler alert, the Carnegie Collection Albertosaurus. It's on auction right now, and knowing it's eBay auction, maybe I'll look up like how I looked up on these. But also knowing how eBay auctions go, I might not get the figure. But I'm working on getting that figure. And if I don't get it in this single, there's 2 lots I'm working on getting, so I'm going to get that Albertosaurus if it's the last thing I do. So if you want to see that figure will be up on this channel eventually. So thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned, because that Apex video, I'm putting a lot of work in that video, and it'll be a super long video. It'll probably easily be the longest video on this channel. So I hope you all enjoy that. But I hope you all enjoyed this, and I think I'm actually out now.